Callie is, so I met Callie right when I started with my channel, okay? And she was, I don't know her well, but I know she's taken breaks and stuff, and then she comes back, and so the live that we listened to last night on Ghost and Birds had me fucking dead, okay? It was about a few people, but primarily about Chickie. And I was like shocked. I mean, I'm still at a loss for words because what Callie was saying was putting so many pieces together for myself and for a lot of people. I didn't even know that this is Callie right here, the narrative. I didn't know that she was back. She was on a brand new channel. And if you want to drop her link, go sub to her. She's, she's got her own, is Chickie fooling us? I don't know. Again, I'm kind of at a loss for words, but anyway, like I had no idea that Callie was back. I had no idea that she even knew Chickie. And so, is this a long troll and y'all will be friends again? I guess, I don't know their history, but I mean, there was so much coming that she was saying that made sense. And it was like, holy shit, it's all coming together now. This is all connecting. The dots are connecting. As you guys know, Chickie and I and other girls, we were friends. We all got along really well. We shared information with each other. Chickie was, she knew everything between all of us, personal information, details. I mean, she could dox the fuck out of all of us if she wanted to. And that's going to be another issue that Callie's going to bring up. But basically, she just totally turned on all of us, okay? And it was random, it was weird, and we were all like, what the hell? And I get it, she has a boyfriend that literally very few people like, and they only tolerated him because of Chickie. But I mean, at this point, I'm gonna bring her up. I'm gonna bring Callie up, and she's gonna give y'all some more context and stuff, because this was the first time I heard this shit. And at the end of what she says, I got questions from a lot of people. I put out in chats in Discord. If you have any questions for her regarding this situation, message me or whatever. And again, I want to preface this with Caley and I don't really know each other at all. We interacted a few times last summer, like a year ago.
I've got a rough timeline. So basically, I'd run into Katie in a few chats over the Vegas Valley side, and we just crossed each other's paths very briefly. Hi, how are you? Made a few jokes about JoJo, and that was it. It never went deeper than that.
Mm-hmm. So we are absolutely not, I'm not really behind the scenes with all the fuck shit, but this is totally really we don't know each other. So this is all new information for me. And a lot of us, I don't know how much you've been watching as of late, but a lot of us were close to Chickie, and we just got turned on for no reason. It made no sense. I make it a point in my life to be rigorously honest with myself and others, not tell somebody one thing and then tell somebody else another thing, right? And not involving people into shit that is something that is my part. I can only own my part, and I refuse to drag other people into things. And that happened a little bit with Chickie for a minute. And it had nothing to really do, it was very minuscule. I don't even know if it was necessarily me dragging her into something. I asked her a question, and the question I asked pertained to something that I needed an answer to, because it went along with that audio recording of me that Tonic had on his, and I'm being honest, this is what happened. I asked Chickie, I said, did Tonic record me? Did he record that voice chat when I was in that voice chat? And she said no. And I asked her, can you ask him who did? Because I don't want to be made out to be a liar and that I recorded this voice chat. She received that as me stepping over a boundary and dragging her into something that she was not comfortable being dragged into. And I had apologized to her for doing that. We're all kind of in weird ass spots when it comes to this whole situation. This dude is so, wow, I cannot. And I'm sorry, Chickie, but come on now, girl. This is ridiculous what Tonic is doing, how he's acting. This is just ridiculous. So, I mean, I've kept my mouth shut And I'm trying up here, and I know that you're trying. I know you are trying, girl. I know you are. But this is like ridiculous. He's just up there talking nonsensical shit at this point.
So this one's on me. I was going to try to charge Katie $90 for this info. AC, you sent me this a while ago. This is back in the day. Let me find the screenshot.
I didn't even know this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't involved with any of this shit, Chickie. Like, once again, like,
But you're involving her. If you're not involving her, don't fucking talk to her about this shit. I don't talk to her about this shit. And she can attest to that. I don't talk to her about this shit. Chickie has gone above and beyond for you. She really honestly hasn't done shit over here. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, compared to the amount of like effort and stuff she has done over there for y'all. I mean, I haven't been asking her of anything. I haven't been, I just feel like she's under a lot of fucking pressure. I feel like she's under a lot of pressure over there, and she's got to do a lot more work in between navigating shit with Tonic up there, and then she's trying to be so incredibly neutral, and you're gonna make her, like, it's not fair to her. So stop saying it's not fair to her and make it fair to her and leave her out of it and just be honest. It's so easy if you just be honest. I was being accused of recording that audio, and so when Brett, for whatever reason, decided to play that as a gotcha, whatever, I went to Chickie because that was on the channel, on Tonic's channel. He had posted that like over a year and a half ago. Okay. I went to Chickie and I said, hey, can you please like have Tonic, because I thought that they were trying to say I was the one that recorded it, right? I thought they were trying to accuse me of recording it. So I went to her and I said, hey, can you please, at least let it be known that Tonic was the one that recorded it, like, because I didn't. And just at least let's all just keep it a buck and be honest about that, because I never recorded that, because that was a point of contention a while ago. Chickie said, yeah, I'll ask him, whatever. And then she said that he didn't record it. Okay. And then I asked if she wouldn't mind asking. I said, well, can you ask Tonic who did record it? Because obviously he got it from somebody. And she said, I don't want to be drug into this. Why are you dragging me into this? Why aren't you asking Bird or whatever this? And she blocked me. This was a couple weeks ago. She blocked me for that. Wasn't, demanding something or, telling her to, I just asked. I just asked if he could let me know who sent him that, because I want to know. She blocked me. Then everything was cool after that, Unfortunately, I feel like I have not addressed anything. I haven't addressed anything to her. I have respected her wish to stay out of it. And I've been upset about that. It's sad. No, what would I get Bird to attack people with? I don't know all this history. Everything that Bird has put out is like shit that he knows about. I don't know any of this shit. I'm just talking from me being drugged into this in my experience. I'm upset and I'm hurt and I'm sad that I have not been treated the same, and I've felt pressure, and I feel like it's just a double standard, and it's unfair that, I don't know, I've had these expectations that I'm supposed to do something when I'm trying to stay the fuck out of it just as much. So I felt like attacked. And she did come back later and say, she's putting too much on me and stuff. So that's like, she did say that and stuff, but it still is like, I just have felt like blasted at enough times where I've stayed consistent. Okay. I've stayed consistent. Others around me have not. I've got enough pressure put on me. I feel like Chickie is being made out to have getting so much abuse and attacked, and like I'm not, I don't need any more pressure. And I stand up here by myself and I address it, right? I don't need support, whatever. It's not comfortable. Let me tell you, this is not a comfortable thing. It sucks. In my opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong. In my opinion, I have been attacked. I have been lied on. I have been lied to. I have been getting fucking abuse. I've been crucified on here for weeks and weeks. Okay. Far more than Chickie has, or any other female for that matter has, when it comes to this situation. Am I wrong? I mean, has Chickie been attacked the way I have been attacked? Has anyone uninvolved been attacked as much as I have in this whole situation? Because it seems like everybody is like freaking out that about Chickie being attacked. And so I get pressure put on me to, like, I just don't need any more pressure. I don't need it. I'm not putting pressure on anyone else to do anything, to stop anything. No, I use my own words. I don't, like, no. I'm not asking people to stop doing what they're doing to Bird or 303 or whoever else or Ghost or anything. I'm not asking anybody to stop that shit at all. That's a them thing. That ain't a me thing, okay? I've got enough, like, navigating to do on here because I'm, like, involved. Like, I've had to defend myself, you know? And I don't want to, nobody really needs to defend me. And I appreciate the people that have, but I'm not asking for people to help me or anything because the truth is all that I need to help me, you know?
So basically, I knew Chickie from my old community, and my old community has been around since 2020 to about roughly 2022, and it dwindled out between 2022 to 2023, and that was it. Chickie met people over here, and when I say over here, I'm going to just say the tonic side of the community, and then she moved over here. And so I've always knew her, and when she moved over here after a short while, myself and Chickie started communicating in DMs on Discord. We have a common enemy, which is not really important, but anybody who's going to watch the live streams to see all the behind the scenes fuckery with like mine with Katie will see that we've got a common enemy. Me and Chickie have a common enemy, and our messages stem around that common enemy, and it then involves her friends Steph and tons of people, Bones, everybody from that side community has been mentioned in my DMs with Chickie. Because we've got this common enemy together, I wanted someone's docs. That is very hard to get. And I want, oh, by the way, public service announcement to everybody in here. Katie doesn't docs.
Raz confirmed that Katie did give Nick info. He claims it was just to get her to confirm it, though. Jeez. Now, can you hear Katie? Okay, this is how it was. There was an effort to verify because there was a serious effort to hold him accountable. That people still want to make it something else is quite telling. You're literally just saying what everybody in this chat is saying. You can slice it and dice it any way you want, Raz, but at the end of the day, and the bottom line is, Katie got his information and shared it with somebody else on the YouTube. That was not law enforcement. So go on with something else. Come on now. The smart thing to do is give that information to the police. Only a total tard would think to verify it with YouTube people first. That's just common sense, right, Firefly? But, you know, it's okay for them to do it over there, but yeah, Raz, tell the plastic bimbo to come over here and ask for herself, right, Mr. Nobody? I'm tired of addressing his ignorance because it's okay for that bimbo over there to do it, and Lord help me for speaking on shit. Raz, she wouldn't be calling the law on a YouTube name if she got the information and got his right name and was going to verify it with Nicolina. Then that would not be a YouTube name. She would have said name. I don't give a fuck what really happened with Truth Finder. Okay,
why we don't run in the same circles and we haven't like come across each other and we don't hang out and all that type of shit. I do docs. Chickie's side doxes, and that is why we were in communication. We were almost like had the same issues with the same people. I wanted a person's docs that lives in Europe. So Chickie tells me that she can get me that docs, but she's nervous to give me it, and she doesn't want to be burnt, and that's what's basically just told to me. She just doesn't want to be burnt. So she's humming and ahhing about it, and that was the month beforehand, those messages I showed last night. So this has been being talked about all the way throughout my messages with Chickie. It's been continuously being talked about, and that's what you're going to see is, well, can I have the Dutch docs? Chickie said to me that she doesn't feel safe giving me it herself, and basically her contact, and that's the word that is being used for it, contact, will get me what I need. So last night I showed the messages because of the whole situation in the voice chat. I showed the message I sent her the screenshot of this account that added me, and I said, is this the person for the Dutch stuff? You all seen her reply. She said, yeah, she confirmed it's the contact. And she sent me over Dutch's full docs, and that was what the account sent me, like a map to the house, loads of different details. The account sent further stuff about other people over that side. And from even, because no one's seen the other screenshot that I sent you, Katie, that last one, that one's not been seen yet. But like, even just a few days ago, I'm asking her, is that account definitely like safe? And because I was just getting a weird vibe from her the whole time. I felt like she was doing behind the scenes games with me, and she was playing all sides. Because if you're giving me all this doxing stuff, my issue was, why are you giving me all this doxing stuff for our common enemy? But then you're friends with our common enemy, and also friendly with them. So it's like you're playing all sides. And then she's running around pretending that she doesn't like any of the stuff that's happening between us both. But she's giving me the stuff, and they've been telling me the whole time. Because there's more than one person. It's not just Chickie involved. That's what I'm saying. There's like more than one person involved, and I haven't outed anything else than that. I haven't needed to go down that route yet. But they've been telling me that I should like dox them and do this and post this stuff. And I kept replying, because you're going to see, like, I kept replying to Chickie and the other people, saying to them, no, I just need to prove that they're liars. I just need to prove that they're liars. Like, I can easily debunk them by proving they're liars. Like, their entire goal of making sure I had all that doxing stuff was to go real life.
Okay. So I think, you guys, in the chat, people are like, doxing is wrong. Like, yes, it is. And Caley, she's got her own history. I don't know her history and stuff, but basically, like, regardless, and I think that she like owns that. She just literally said she is a doxer, which, ma'am, I do not agree with. Okay, shame on you, don't do that. But you know, I wanted her to come on and kind of explain to us.
I condone that shit. I condone it. How do I condone it? How do I condone doxing? Has anyone ever seen me encourage that shit? You're not making sense. You're not making sense. Nobody should be doing it. How do I condone doxing? Going real life, you did it with Bird and Ghost on Jimbo. Stop it, Katie. Take accountability. I didn't condone. They were spreading awareness. They were there. They were spreading awareness. They showed their reason why they were doing it.
I wanted her to come on and kind of explain to us the lying as far as Chickie goes, and how she has fooled us all. And are we like next to get doxed? Because, you know, a lot of us considered her like a really solid person that didn't talk and didn't go around doing all this behind the scenes gossip and, like, you know, plotting and scheming and all this stuff. And what you were saying, like, just shocked all of us, because she's never really come across that way. And you know, a lot of people we want to know, like, people want to see evidence. I know that you have are you doing a live later where you're going through like all the DMs and stuff like that, because I think people in the chat are like, the evidence.
And never ask for one goddamn receipt up there with her when she's saying, oh, she did this, oh, she did that. Show it. You could tell she was lying. She was stuttering. She was stopping. She didn't know what she was saying.
Any receipts? I thought you were the one that demanded receipts.
Yeah, apparently not. Not if she's mad at you. Because remember, have I said anything to her about anything? Like, out there, no one even knows that we're not really getting along, except for when she goes live.
Chickie, nobody gives a shit about shit talk.
Or Caley.
But I'm doing a live later about our common enemy, which is really for Steph, because Steph tried to say that's a separate matter. So that involves my common enemy and Steph. And the lies and the bullshit. I've got to do that live, and then after that, I'm going to be going through, and I can't get them all out in because you know what that side love to do. They're like, well, show proof. So you start showing proof, but I haven't. The same way I feel like they do it to Bird too, is no one's got all this free time to show everything in one go. So I'm going to basically just start top to bottom with Chickie's messages.
Ooh. This is gonna get cray. I can feel it.
It's gonna get very deep, but I'm good at timelines, and I like to show dates, times, everything like that. I'm good at timelines. Just hang tight. It is coming.
Absolutely. And I did a timeline, so I'm glad you brought up Bird, because Bird has been like, you know, it's been Bird against all of them, right? And like, I did a timeline kind of going through like what led up to this whole war. And the some of the messages that you showed last night was that like it should have just, Chickie said it should have just been left between Bird and Steph. And like, so, you know, I'm glad I did that timeline because people are like, why are you starting out the timeline with Steph and Bird and how that all happened, Kennedy. And so I was like, that was the beginning of it all.
Once
right?
again, you were my boy. I had no problem with you. It wasn't until the night that I had ASMR on panel. You remember that, ASMR?
Absolutely. How could I forget? All I did was come over and say, "What's up, bro?" and all hell broke loose.
Yeah. So let me get you to understand, because a couple of people know that some shit happened behind the scenes while that stream was going. See, we were live, and while we were live, I was literally getting messages. See, if you want to leak messages, you gotta show everything, right? Right? So let's go ahead and let's show what we were talking about, right? Well, let's see. August 5th. This was the August 5th stream that I did. Right from the get-go. How did we go from wanting to dox the fuck? Now, a minute ago, I mean, if you remember the stream where he was having lunch with Ghost, he was telling Ghost, oh no, I tried to warn him. I tried to warn him. But wait a minute. That's not what that's not what I see here. That's not the same thing.
Now, to me and you, what's out of this? And that's still two different answers.
I mean, like, you can. Well, okay. Let's go with what Katie said, right? Like she brought up the whole Steph
doing
shit.
homework for this shit.
Just saying. I'm just saying, like she's
PowerPoint presentations and shit. You little sped.
Right. Look, if you want an accurate description of like how like the timeline actually went, go to Kennedy's video. That was the most accurate description of how like because she showed all the jumping around that Katie was trying to do. Well, Steph did this, and then ASMR did that, and AC brought him back in the fold. I didn't bring him back to shit. I didn't. ASMR was hanging around for a minute. He disappeared for a second, and then he was back. And then he disappeared for a second, and then he was back. At the end of the day, I don't speak for ASMR. I don't.
Yeah.
I like hanging around him. I like the camaraderie that we have when we do the show together. There's no fucking denying any of that. But ASMR is going to do ASMR, just like Brett's going to do Brett.
Yeah. I don't get the confusion. I just don't.
And look, you're going to have people that dislike ASMR, okay? But once again, I'm not telling anyone. Like you saw, if you watch Kennedy's video, you saw the clip where I'm telling that to Peachy. Like at the end of the day, I'm not telling anybody to feel a certain way. Feel how you're gonna feel. I give two fucks if you like him or not. If you tell me, hey, I'm not gonna go to the shit show because ASMR there, guess what? He's not there either. When ASMR came to hang out, he hung out on my channel. Why? Because it was respect to my co-host. Game didn't want him there. And I'm not leaving that on Game. Like, this is an agreement that I had with him for the longest time. And then people wanted to fucking jump in on that too and be like, well, Game, you're disrespecting Game. You're disrespecting Game. Really?
Oh.
Because my conversations with Game are completely different than what you keep fucking trying to show out here.
Yeah.
I give two fucks what anyone thinks.
And then it just turned into Bird having to show receipts, and he tried to sit on receipts and not show them because he didn't want to like air these people out and stuff, but they gave him no choice. And it's funny because they have been caught in lies. Like AC, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He has lied his fat ass off in like on multiple occasions to people. I mean, Brett is lying his ass off, like, I mean, about families. And I mean, so it makes total sense now. Yeah. So, and you guys, like, I'm letting her tell her side, speak her truth. I'm very receipt based. I believe receipts. I need receipts in order to, understand and believe and, really get down to the truth of things. So, I guess that's going to be later tonight. But anyway, I have questions for you. I got a lot of questions, and I don't want to take up all your time. I know you're going to have a long live tonight, but I just wanted to kind of get this out. I wanted people to sub to you, and so they know where to go for later, and to hear everything. What was the catalyst for you releasing Chickie's DMs and like having this all come up now? What was the reason for that?
Okay, so Chickie was pushing me to do live streams and like call the girls out for their fuck shit and said she couldn't wait for it. And that stuff that I posted on my community tab, that came from Chickie and her friends. I don't know if you've seen it, the mugshot and stuff like that. Well,
and by the girls, you're talking about the Canadians, right?
Well, no, at the time it was just weenie.
Okay.
So I was talking about weenie. That was our common enemy at the time.
Okay.
So when I posted that stuff and I got it from them, I didn't expect Tonic to come into the voice chat and try and tell me, and Steph was there too, how I shouldn't be posting that stuff and I shouldn't be going and doing real life stuff.
And this is the same argument that we had the other day. I don't give a shit where you got it from. The point is that as soon as you got it, you wielded it like a fucking weapon and used that against a woman who had clearly been through some domestic violence situation. You used it. You had no problem using it because you're a piece of shit. That was my point.
When it was his girlfriend that has provided the stuff.
Ooh, okay.
And that's where Tonic put, like, I just want that voice chat. People have the voice chat. They should just release everything. Release the recorded voice chat from LG server. I release all the DMs. Chickie can't release anything because she's dirty deleted everything. But we've already got ours on our end, and our messages are still there. So when this is all said and done, we can go into my Discord through my messages, and you're going to see my messages are there, and they match up. Still times everything perfect, but it's just her messages. Most of her messages are not there, and then everybody can decide who's telling the truth and who's not.
You know, she decided to block all of us, and then now she's going around saying that, you know, people lied on her, and, you know, people made her out to be just all this shit. And like she made such a big deal about, don't come to me with anything, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to do this. But at the end of this whole thing, she was DMing me, like telling me to make people stop, put my foot down, this and that. And then she just blocked me, and I don't know, it became my fault. She started putting all this shit on my shoulders regarding how the boys were fighting with each other. And I reached out to her via email after she blocked me. And I wrote her, I reached out to her. I wrote her a message asking if we could talk. And then she wrote me one back that was like, just pointing the finger at me and everybody else. And then I wrote her a very loving message back, and then nothing after that. But, you know, it's funny because she's going around like talking to all the people that she used to talk mad shit about. Like she has made up with like certain people in the community that she used to talk mad shit about. And, you know, she's saying, well, me, for example, like me and Elle Kennedy are actually adults and we were able to talk things out. And you were like, you didn't like her forever, you know, but you can't you can't talk to me about what's going on. I'm a pretty reasonable, level-headed person when it comes to conflicts like this. I never wanted to fight with her, and she just completely like cut me off. It was weird. So,
I already knew what was happening with Chickie, if that makes sense. I just wanted the information I wanted from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even denying it. Like there was no friendship there. I just wanted what I wanted, and I came in with her to get what I wanted from her.
Yeah. Okay. At least you're honest. I mean, I appreciate your honesty. You know, because a lot of people will throw rocks and hide their hands or just straight up lie. And it's like, I mean, at least you're honest. I don't condone that shit at all. I think it's wrong, but fuck, like we're here, it's happened, like might as well, you know? So that's nice to not have to like beat that out of you, you know?
No, that's what I mean. That's why I think they're having such a hard time, because they literally just can't own their shit. I'm not very consistent on here because we're doing too much to our house and garden. I barely get on my phone anymore. How are you doing? Chickie says, I haven't seen it all, but Squishy overplayed her hand. I'm doing okay, trying to stay out of this mega war. I reply, I think I'm caught back up now though. I can't believe Bird, Steph and ASMR. Sadly, AC and Brett and everyone else are victims of the fallout between them. And then Chickie says, yeah, it should have just stayed between Bird and Steph. I said, yeah, she always does it in the end. She was never to be trusted. She has no loyalty to no one, but everyone needs to learn on their own. But yeah, defo stay clear. I think it's going to get really nasty, too many big egos. Squishy doesn't even like Bird. That's what shocked me. Chickie replies, yep, and she lied. Steph didn't know that was the divorce stuff until Squishy looked it up, and we both know she was happy to look it up. I say because Bird isn't scared of Squishy, he didn't care about exposing her. I read my message saying she loves looking this stuff up, brags about it. Everyone uses Squishy to look things up because that's what she does. Instead, Squishy made out she told Steph she wasn't happy because it's his wife, etc., and made sure to make him aware. See, hear that? Very important, okay? Very important. That account that contacted me is her contact. She confirmed it within an hour, the time. So we're going to go back through from the start. I messaged her on the 17th of the 9th, 2024 at 16:38 my time. At 17:04, the same day, so not even half an hour, 35 minutes later, she says, so that account is def my contact. You were good to add it. We spoke about it after. And I said to Chickie, and I just want to see if she wants to expose me. I just want to see if she wants to expose me, okay? Chickie, You could expose me now for the rest of the part of my messages. It's your time to rebuttal. I think it's so funny because thank you for your services, Chickie. You were great. Massive help to me. Thank you for your services. I was just using Chickie for whoever's fucking information I could get. And information from the Discords and screenshots and backstage conversations and what was going on with all the bullshit happening on YouTube.
So people are confused. Hold on. Chickie sent Caley a dox, okay, that she's wanted and she got it, okay? Caley's in the voice chat and Tonic comes in the voice chat and calls her out saying she's a real lifer. And then Caley is like, what the fuck? Your girlfriend just sent me a dox. So
That's how it started. Yep.
None of this
That's the voice chat that I'm hoping is going to be public. I've been after that dox for 5 years.
But she doesn't have receipts on it. She's just running her fucking mouth, and she doesn't have any proof. So if you're so desperate to go after Chickie, if you're so desperate to use somebody like Caley and give her a platform, wow. Woo.